Hi guys, Ghost UK here, and I'm going to do a first impressions review of the Ruroc Atlas 4.0. This is the core edition, in other words the matte black version, and currently I have the tinted visor on the helmet. It does come with a clear visor, but I'll go into detail about that shortly. So in comparison, for the sake of this video, I'm going to do a slight comparison against my previous helmet, which is the AGV Compact S2. This is a full face flip face helmet, so it does pop up like that. Yes, I'm fully aware this is not the most ideal comparison. However, just for the purposes of my own opinion, and this entire video will be based on my own opinion only, which to many people may be wrong, to many people may be right, whatever. So I'm just going to give a few comparisons against the differences that I've found so far. First impressions being, I've had this helmet for 3 or 4 days now. I've only done 2 rides on the bike with it, to and from work, clocked up about 2.5 hours of ride time. But it was mixed riding, motorways, small roads, city riding, so it is quite a good little road test to do. So what I bought first off, so this helmet itself, if you was to just buy this helmet right now today, there is an offer still on. Bear in mind, this is not a sponsored video. Ruroc don't know I'm making this video. I'm not paid for this. This is purely my own opinion, and I'm only saying this because there is an offer on. I'm not trying to pitch them or make anyone buy one, but there is an offer on right now. This helmet is 30% off, so this is a £300 helmet. What you get for that money is the helmet, 2 visors, so you get the clear visor and the black visor. That is all. You get nothing else for £300. So yes, this is a £300 helmet. I believe the normal price is something like 355 maybe for this, but I don't know. I'm terrible with percentages, and I haven't looked. So either way, it's a £300-ish helmet with the discount as of today's date, being the 3rd of March. So on top of that, I also bought the Shockwave kit that comes with the helmet, well, that fits to the helmet, should I say, which is £150 extra. I also bought the pin lock system, which anybody that lives in a colder country or gets cold knows that these things they're game changers. They're so good. I absolutely love pin locks. They just work brilliantly. Which this one specifically was £25. I do believe they do another one which is like £80 or something, but I don't know the differences, to be honest. I didn't look. I just know that this one's quite good and it had good reviews, so I just went for that one. And part of that as well, I also did buy a neck scarf, a Ruroc neck scarf, which I will be sending back. 100%. It is awful. It has a drawstring in it. I don't actually have it with me. I'll put it back in the packet. But it's got a drawstring on it that goes on the back of your head, with a relatively large sort of clip that you pinch down to pull the drawstring tighter. It hurts when you put the helmet on. You can feel it press into the back of your head, that you can't tuck it away, you can't put it anywhere else, and the way it gets tight, it tightens around the top of it with a very thick elastic string inside. So when you take the helmet off, you've just got this massive line across your nose, all the way around your face. It absolutely killed me. I had it on for about 3 minutes before I went on a ride, and I took the helmet off. I took that straight off, put it back in the bag, and I put it in the box ready to be sent back. It was on offer. It was £12. I would not recommend whatsoever. With this as well, I also opted in for the £30 crash replacement policy insurance thing that they offer with all the helmets. That does get automatically added to your basket, so just heads up, anybody that does buy this helmet, if you think, oh, it's a bit more than I've seen when I purchased it, it does get added to the basket automatically. You can remove it, you don't have to buy it, it's completely up to you. That crash replacement, I believe, covers you for 50% of the cost of the helmet. So if you have a problem with a visor that gets damaged, the mechanism, I believe it also covers the Shockwave kit. You get a 50% reduction in a replacement cost. So it isn't a full replacement, it is a 50% reduction, and that is a 50% reduction of the RRP. Not if it's on a massive sale, and this is a £300 helmet like it is right now, it's not a massive sale, but you get 50% off the original price, not the sale price. So that's just something to take into account, and that only lasts 2 years from the date of purchase as well. which I didn't actually realise until I started this video, and I did a bit of research on it, and I was like, oh, it's a bit shit. It should be 5 years in my opinion. I feel like they should do a reasonable amount of time. I don't think 2 years is a reasonable amount of time for the amount I've spent on the helmet in total, but not many companies give you that option anyway, so neither here nor there. So with the helmet and the Shockwave kit. So the Shockwave kit, in this little kit you get your Shockwave actual module, and you get the 2 headphones and the microphone. They are not connected. The one thing, if you don't already know about this helmet, is, as you can see, there is no intercom system stuck to the side of the helmet at all, because it is all built into the back of the helmet. This was, apart from safety and looks, this was the 3rd reason why I bought this helmet. Safety was my number 1, looks was my 2nd, and the Bluetooth functionality was the 3rd. Yes, I know a lot of people have complaints about the intercom system. I don't care. I'm not interested in the intercom system. I'm interested in having some form of background music on, a podcast on when I'm on a ride. That's what I enjoy, that's what I like, and this is perfect for that for me. Yes, I will make the odd phone call. I haven't tested this on a phone call yet. I have tested it from the listen to music and podcast side. The microphone sits around about here, and for the actual Shockwave kit, so you have a little nail marker you can just pull forward. It is held in by 2 magnets, one either side, and you just clip it in. There is a little antenna, I believe, for the intercom system, and then an audio jack for connecting the speakers, and then you just pop it back in. It doesn't click, it doesn't do anything, but that sucker's not coming out. I've given it a shake, I've tapped the side of the helmet trying to get it out. It doesn't move. Very well designed. Not sure how it would get on if you were to have an accident, but yeah, I'm hoping I don't have one, so I don't need to find out about that. Buttons on the helmet, so you have a volume down button, you have on and off button, you have a hard power reset, or hard reset button, should I say, volume up and down, and then just under this little rubber seal, you have your, if I can get it open, you have your charging port, which is a USB Type-C, which means faster charging. The module itself is when I say light, it feels like it's nothing in there, so I don't foresee the battery lasting very long, but I may be wrong. Just most lithium-based batteries are usually got a little bit of weight to it, and this feels like there's nothing in there. So it will be interesting to see how long it lasts. When I got it out of the box, it had 60% charge. I put it on charge for probably 10 minutes, and it was at 98%. So I probably would say around about 30 minutes to get full charge, potentially. And I don't recall it saying anywhere that it had fast charge capability, but either way, for me it's ideal because I can just pop my helmet on the side, plug it in, or take the module out, leave my helmet in the garage, bring the module in, put it on charge, and then slip the module straight back in, because those 2 connectors are very easy to just pop on and pop off. So yeah, I found that brilliant. Visor on this helmet. So comparing these 2 helmets, from looking at this, it doesn't look very much different. If I lift the helmet up, you do see it's much larger at the bottom here. It doesn't seem very dramatic, I must admit. I looked at them when I first bought it, I looked at it, I thought, oh, there's not much difference. You lose a bit here, it's not that bad. When you actually get this on and you start riding, the difference is massive. You feel, you can see so much more, because this goes back quite a bit further at the sides. You get, I believe it's 217% horizontal vision, and then you get 100% up and down. I found it amazing. It feels like wearing the helmet of the future, in my opinion. Again, my opinion, based on the few times I have had it on. I've had this helmet for about 5 years, and I've had AGVs ever since then, for probably the last 7, maybe 9 years. I've had AGV. I've never bought anything else. I've always gone with AGV because I just like them. I've enjoyed the helmets. I think they've been brilliant. This at the moment just is better. In my opinion, this visor, at least anyway, is better. Problem with the visor, thing that I really don't like, and I think it is a stupid design. And Ruroc, if you do watch this, please do something to fix this, because I think it's just terrible. So to remove the visor, there is a little twist pin here. You push in, you twist, the pin comes out. Now that's the point for me. If you can lose it, I will lose it. And that's a fact. That's just the story of my life. I know I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to drop it, it's going to bounce around, and it's going to go down a drain, or it's going to go under something, and I'm going to spend 15, 20 minutes trying to get it out, or I will lose it completely, and that's it. You don't get a spare set of these pins. That is it. You just get these two, and that is all you get. I think they should be sending spare ones out for the cost of the helmet. I think you should get at least one set of spares, minimum. I haven't looked on their website yet. If they do sell spares, I will definitely be buying some. The biggest reason behind that, and I know some people might be watching this thinking, well, why would you lose it? Why are you taking it off so often? So, at the moment in the UK, it's not too bad, it's getting better, but with daylight saving time, around the winter, between 4 PM and about 6 PM from winter coming through to spring, it gets dark. Pitch black dark. So when I ride to work, it's nice and sunny and bright, so I wear the tinted visor on the AGV. When I get to work, I switch that visor with the clear visor that's always in my saddlebags and pop it on. Now, yes, on this I do have the feature of having a having a drop down sun visor. However, I just like having the full visor down and not having to faff about with this. I don't know why, it's personal preference, but I just do like it. With Ruroc, they do not offer any form of sun visor, so if you want to avoid getting the sun blasting you in the eyes the whole time, you need a tinted visor, and that is one of the reasons why they send the tinted visor as part of the parcel of the helmet, as long as sort of all well with the clear visor. Now, losing these pins, so I get to work, I'm going to undo that, I'm going to pop it off. I know I'm going to lose them and it's going to annoy me, and I just think it's an extremely poor design choice of all the options they could have had. For example, with my AGV, I flip my helmet up, there's a little grey tab here, I pull the tab down, it pops straight off, that's it. I just pop the other side off, I'm done. When I switch my helmet around, I push the pin back in, pop that in, click the helmet down, and I'm back on. And that's me done, and I'm ready to go. It's very quick, there's nothing that can fall off apart from my visor when it comes off, and I'm safe, and I don't need to worry about losing anything. Whereas with this, I know one of these is going to go missing, and it's already annoying me. And as soon as this video is over, actually, I'm going to have a look to see if I can buy some replacement ones, just in preparation, and I have to keep them on me at all times. So that is a big downfall for me. Moving on to the probably most controversial part of this helmet, which I know a lot of people really want to know about, which is the fit and size. What did I do? So on the website, you get a bunch of options. You've got XXS, XS, SM, ML, LXL, XL, and then XXL. So all of those come in different sizes. Now, the biggest mistake I've seen a lot of people make is just because I've got this AGV and this is a medium AGV, does not mean I'm a medium in the Ruroc. Technically, I am, but I'm a SM, which I class as a small medium in the Ruroc. So I measured my head, as it states on the Ruroc website, from just above your eyebrows to above your ears, round to the back of your head. I got my partner to do this for me with a flexible tape measure, and we did 3 measurements, as they do state on the website, and took the largest measurement. They were all the same, which was 56.5 centimetres. And the range size for this helmet for small medium is 55.5 centimetres to 57.4 centimetres. So I was pretty much bang smack in the middle. So in my opinion, on the website, on paper, this looked like the perfect helmet for me. Is it the perfect helmet for me? I don't know, because I can't go into a shop and try on the other one. And you can't send this helmet back if you think it is too small, if you've took the protective film off, and if you've took any other protective tape off the helmet itself. I don't think it comes with any, if I remember rightly. It's just on the actual visor, but you can't go out for a ride. If it's got any evidence that you've gone out for a ride, they will not accept the return. Personally, I don't think that's fair. I don't think you can 100% say that helmet is right and perfect for you until you have gone out for a ride, or at least wore it for quite a bit. And you can't really do that with the protective film, because it is a full detailed like decaled sticker across the visor. You can't shut the visor and see anything. You have to have the visor open to actually see. So that is a little bit annoying. And going from a flip face helmet to a full face helmet, I can put this helmet on by just pulling this over my head. I've never ever done that. I've always flipped the helmet open first, and you just slide it straight over the back of your head and it's on. I'm not pulling it over my head, and again, when I'm taking it off, I flip the helmet up and I just slip it off. The pads are obviously aged in this helmet, and they're very soft, very, very squidgy, and very comfortable, but at the same time, if I pop this helmet on, I shut my visor and I do the shake test, it moves a lot if I keep my head still. So this helmet probably is not the right size for me. I must admit, I probably should have gone with a size down. However, if I remember correctly, when I first tried it on, like I say, about 5 years ago, I did try the neck size down and it was extremely uncomfortably tight. So yeah, it's neither here nor there. With this one, however, the padding. So the padding in this helmet, it's very, very thick. It's very, very dense, and I know that it will soften up over time. So that's why I've stuck with it, and I committed to taking the stickers off and keeping the helmet. This pad at the back here, it particularly is very, 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 very dense. And when you've got the helmet on, it feels like it's pushing the back of your head. If you've got your head up, so you sort of need to sit upright on your bike and nice, good posture, because if you start to lean forward a little bit and lean your head back, that puts a lot of pressure on the back of your neck, which is quite annoying if you've not got really good posture when you're riding anyway. But that's that. With the side padding, it's a tight squeeze. It is a very, very tight squeeze. I'll pop it on for you. So when you pop the helmet on at first, when I first did this, it was a bit of a shock to the system, because that is a very tough pull. I watched a few videos of a few other guys trying these Ruroc helmets on, and they all seem to struggle a little bit, not say struggle, and I've not had a solid full face helmet for a very long time. I haven't pulled a helmet onto my head like that for a very long time, so it is probably a little bit of me not being used to that, but I also think it's probably quite a lot of the fact that the padding is extreme in this helmet. So if I pop this on, so with the helmet on, if I do a shake test, it's literally moving my skin. It's not going anywhere. That helmet's not coming off, and the clip itself it's brilliant. It's so easy to clip on. I've not had any issues, especially with being somebody with a beard. It clips straight on and then you just pop straight off again. I've found some problems before with having a beard and trying to clip these on. For example, with this, it's got a quick release. You slide it straight in. The amount of times I've done that and caught my beard hair in there and pulled it back out and ripped a chunk of hair out is insane. But again, taking this helmet off, it is annoying. It is very tight. It doesn't feel too tight on my head. I feel quite comfortable. It feels enough pressure to be safe, but not too much pressure to hurt. Taking it off is a bit of a struggle, I must admit. When it comes off, you do feel like you're trying to rip your head off a little bit. Again, haven't had a full face helmet like this for a very long time, so that may just be my own issue with the helmet in general. But like anybody knows, this helmet is going to be, it will only ever be this tight right now. It'll only ever get looser. That padding will eventually get worn down. But one of the reasons behind the padding, and the reason why it is such a tight fit, is Ruroc are one of the first helmet manufacturers that have got the ECE 22.06 rating, which is the brand new motorcycle safety rating, and they actually overachieved the safety test by 20%. Part of the reason behind that was the quality of the padding. They also tried to improve from the 3.0 with a lot of issues that people had with road noise and wind noise, so they actually increased the sound dampening in the padding by 57% according to their website, which again means a lot more padding. On the note of that in general, the fit is perfect in my opinion. Yes, it is tight, and it will be a shock to a lot of people. I highly recommend to measure before you order it. Maybe even order the size up if you feel like it's going to be too small. But the problem you have with this helmet is you can't walk into a shop and try it on. And if you wanted to order two, so say if I just wanted this helmet and I wanted to try this in a small medium, as in that's what they class it, small medium, or the medium large, I would have to spend £600 to get both helmets arrive, try them both on, decide which one I prefer, When I want to keep that one and send one back, I believe it's up to a 14 working day period before you get your money back. So you'll be out of pocket £600 until that 14-day period is gone. It could be quicker because it states up to 14 days, so it could be a lot faster than that, but a lot of companies, it does take that sort of time anyway. Also, it's 14 days from the day they receive the helmet. So if it takes 6 days to send it back, then it's even longer. So for me, I think that's a little bit annoying. I do think they need to figure something out. I'm not sure what they can do. Maybe sell some of the helmets to some stores, or have a fittings store or something like that you can actually go and try these helmets on. Because anyone knows that's had helmets before, you need to try it on before you can commit to it. I'm very glad when I did get this and I've tried it on and I've wore it that it is just right. It is very tight, and I have actually noticed that on the back of my left ear, I've touched it quite a few times, it has actually rubbed the back of my ear, and it's not so much cut it, but it's rubbed it and caused sort of a friction burn from when we taking the helmet off. I have probably put this helmet on and off probably like 20 plus times when I was testing it to see, is it comfortable, is it uncomfortable, is it too tight, how hard is it to get off. So I've probably caused that myself by having it on and off that many times in such a short period of time. But just to know, that's how tight it is, that it literally folds your ear the other way around and it rubs all the back of your ear, and I've got a little sore on the back of my ear now, which is very annoying. On the ride itself, so road noise, another big complaint I've seen people have said about this helmet. Road noise is, compared to this AGV, it has old paddings in. I had it for a very long time, but the road noise has always been a bit of a problem. Because it is full face, the cheek pads, it is very, very open, and there is not much of a neck guard left anymore, chin guard, sorry, because it's old and it's worn and it's some of the fake leather's coming off. But it is one of the biggest problems with this helmet. It is like riding without a helmet on. The wind noise is that bad, and I'd get off when I get to work, out or home or wherever I'm going, and I'd have a ringing noise in my ears. It would kill. Even with ear protectors, it is still way too loud. And with I've got a very cheap Bluetooth kit in there right now, which you can hardly hear because the road noise is that loud if you go over anything above 50 miles per hour, and there's any form of front winds hitting you at all. With this, so in the UK, most of our motorways are very open roads. There's not much protection from the wind whatsoever, especially on a bike. And I do about 25 to 30 minute ride on the motorway to work and from work, both achieving speeds of 70, let's say 70, and the road noise was unbelievably quiet. I don't agree with anybody that has said the road noise is loud in this helmet, unless you have some crazy helmet that has almost zero road noise and it's fully suppressed. I don't know what helmets you're using, but comparing these two helmets, I would put this as one being the worst road noise I could have by far. And I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not bashing AGV. I love this helmet and it's been brilliant, but the road noise is awful. It is unbearable at times, especially when it's cold as well, because you're not just hitting road noise, you're getting a real massive cold chill up your face. I did not enjoy this helmet at high speeds at all. I did have this helmet quite a lot when I had a 125cc bike, so I wasn't going very quickly, so I did not notice it as much like a couple of years ago. But now I ride a Honda Rebel CMX 1100, and pulling back on that bike and getting a bit of wind hitting you, it's not fun. It's not a nice helmet to have. This, on the other hand, I had no issues. It rained on my way home as well, and I had sideways rain. It was quite a lot of wind. Yes, you can hear it. Yes, there is a bit in there. Yes, it's not completely and utterly wind proof. They don't advertise it as that. What they do say, and as I mentioned before, compared to the 3.0, there is a 57% increase in sound dampening and pad thickness, and they did that on purpose because of the complaints they had beforehand. So overall, in general, this helmet, compared to the AGV, direct comparison, this helmet beats the AVG completely when it comes to road noise. It beats it on a lot of factors, if I'm being honest. There is nothing about this helmet apart from the visor attachment that I would say I would switch. If I could have the way you take this visor off attached to this helmet, I would do that purely because, as I said before, I don't want to lose these pins, and I know I'm going to lose these pins, and it pisses me off quite a bit. On a very, very final note on this is the chin strap. So the chin strap is a magnetic locking system. I'm not 100% sure exactly what they call it, but you just pop it off and pop it back on again, and it is extremely tight. Tight, should I say? It is extremely safe. It feels, at least. I can't see for a second this coming off, and it does feel quite unusual because it is such a light pull to pop it back off again, and then that's it. Little bit difficult with anyone that's got a beard. I've had to have it quite, not loose, but not as tight as I have this one. Whereas my AGV is a sort of like a pushing clip. It clips on, you pop it off. It is very easy to use. I find it very comfortable, but I found that so much easier. The problem with this and having a beard again is the amount of beard hair I've got trapped in there and pulled it out, and I've pulled chunks of my beard hair out, is unbelievable over the years, and it's painful. However, this, I found it very easy. It makes a quite nice audible click, and all you've got to do is give a quick tuck on the chin strap to see if it's connected. If it isn't, it will come straight off. But I've had no problems as of yet. It's been very, very, very easy to use, no problems. So as an overall, I would say this by far is the best helmet I have ever bought so far. I've had, like I said, I had about 5 AGV helmets previously. I can't say more about this helmet. Everything about it, in my opinion, the looks, the Shockwave kit, the safety rating, it is comfortable when it's on. I find it comfortable when it is on. The only real negative thing I have to say about it whatsoever is me not yet being used to how tight it is. I do think it is something I will get used to, and also these pins. I think they're just absolutely ridiculous. I don't think they're a good idea whatsoever. I don't think it's a sensible thing to put the pins on. Something that you can lose so easily. I don't like the idea of that. But all in all, I would give the Ruroc Atlas 4.0 on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best helmet on the planet with no faults whatsoever. I would give this a solid 8.8 out of 10. Comparing that to my AGV, I would give my AGV probably a 6.5 out of 10, mainly for padding issues and so on. But to focus on this helmet, there is very, very few things I find a problem with this. It's far from a perfect helmet. I don't believe there's a perfect helmet out there, at least not yet. But it is up there, in my opinion, with the best helmets in the world. And I can't wait to use it more and enjoy it. So again, thank you for watching, guys. Sorry this was a little bit long. This is this first sort of official review I've ever really done. I've just started a channel on YouTube that I will be posting more reviews and Honda Rebel inspired content. So please like and subscribe if you are interested. Other than that, have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon.